Show. EA on 2K Sports, I'm here with Shaq. Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Orlando Magic. All over the last 10 games. They can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. Q is constantly thrown around these days. What exactly is meant by that? Because I don't have it.
Earn it if you want to. You can be a Rhodes Scholar, but you know what it really means? You make good decisions on the basketball court.
Maybe Kenny has an answer to this
one.
Well,
I think most people, when they first hear about it, they're talking about seeing the floor, having the ability to operate in the flow of the game and understand the time and score relationship. That's taking a three-point shot with 24 seconds on the shot clock when you're up 9.
Not fouling a jump shoot.
Yeah, that's basketball IQ.
Okay, thank you. Kevin Harlan has a very high basketball IQ. Shaq has it too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He just doesn't like it.
I went to BYB, Bust Your Butt University.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Cleveland Cavaliers coming to this one after a win against Portland. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all there. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
In that game, they did damage in a variety of ways. They were more or less unstoppable offensively.
Showed off all of their weapons and resources at that end of the floor. Really just put on a marvelous show.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 spot. Puts it up from 12. And the rejection by James. And it's Harris off the drive. Harris has got the first points on the scoreboard for the Magic.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floater.
James with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland. Used the screen and took it all the way.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
Some people think LeBron's athleticism, Clark, has declined over the last few years. He might be the first to admit it. He still looks terrific.
Well, he's, that's a natural progression for any player,
sure,
even if you are LeBron. But he's still an elite athlete by NBA standards.
And so here's Orlando. The Cavaliers making the shot. Napier passes to Vucevic. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Vucevic has got his first 2 points of the night.
Kevin, that's beautiful. With the guy all over him, the fadeaway was about the only option he had, and he cashed in on it.
And they double up James. Inside, it's stolen by Oladipo. Napier kicks to Vucevic, and that one's good. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the night.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
It's a pick by Love. Irving dishes to Love. Kicks it to Mozgov. And it's Smith penetrating. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Harris. His stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
When you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Here's Napier following the basket by Kyrie Irving. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Smith. Vucevic with the block. And the pass to Oladipo. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Well, they got the other team in foul trouble and frustrated them as well. And I think that really kind of shaped the whole context and tenor of the game.
The Magic have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Napier. Poke loose. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Scott Skiles. Doris?
There haven't been many players that have the physical prowess of LeBron James, and he knows that this is going to pose a lot of problems for his team. He told me the most amazing thing to him about LeBron was that he has the ability to be a force at virtually any position on the floor, from point guard to center. He can and does do it all, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Napier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Oladipo. Smith with the defensive effort.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And James throws it down.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
And guys, it had to be, because not nearly as easy a play as they made it look. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Love with the screen on Harris. LeBron kicks to Love. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
The Magic trail by 4. Now Oladipo. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
And Love throws it down.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. If he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo, which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Harris. On the topic of Tobias Harris, you love that he can contribute in every category of play. He's a solid face-up shooter. Clark, he's getting better with his back to the basket. You can see movement forward all the time.
I love what this young man has shown thus far. You mentioned those things he does. He'll also rebound for you, get loose balls. He does the little things, understands what it takes to win, the consummate pro and team player.
And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career high at 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from 3 the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
And it's Napier missing.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
Here's Smith. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
Here's Napier. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against the better power forward, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
And as good as Vucevic is on offense, guys, he's doing everything he can to catch up on his defense. Huge size and wingspan works to his advantage, although the subpar athleticism hinders him a bit. But, for example, he's averaged less than 1 block per game for his career, mostly because even though he's a 7-footer, he plays well below the rim.
Here's Napier. They set the pick. To the middle. Here's Vucevic, and he hits it to tie the game up. Vucevic has got 8 points.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And to Vucevic's point, big problem throughout his career has been getting into foul trouble.
Yeah, it's tough. He's aggressive and sometimes out aggressive, but he has to learn how to do that without fouling. That's the next step in his progression, and some of it is anticipation, so you're not in position to foul.
Making some changes. Hezonja, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Payton in for Napier. And then for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson comes in for Mozgov. And it's Williams in for J.R. Smith. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Outside Irving. Love with the screen for Irving. Thompson in the corner. On the wing, Williams. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Hezonja. Vucevic, a screen on LeBron. The feed to Vucevic. Here's Payton, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. Well, it was a slow start to his rookie year for Payton, but it came along very strong.
Yeah, it looked really good for the Magic down the stretch. Even recorded his first triple-double. I think there will be more of those in his career.
And guys, for Payton, so many were talking him up as the best point guard of the class early. But it's never easy to adjust to the NBA speed, and it just took him a little bit of time.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. Jason Smith comes in for Gordon. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Victor Oladipo.
And guys, I think the next big step for Elfrid Payton is going to be getting his shot right. I mean, he has the tools to be an impact guard, but it's hard to create when you can't keep teams honest from deep.
They get a hand on it, taken away by Williams. And he lobs it up toward the rim, but they get it back. Irving with a clean look, and another 3 for Cleveland.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Orlando Magic come into this one following a loss to Phoenix.
And no matter how well you defend, when you shoot that poorly, it's going to be a very difficult challenge for you to get a win.
Yeah, there was sort of a snowball effect in that game too, guys. I mean, what started as a cold night for a few guys turned into a cold night for just about everybody.
Smith and Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. For the Cavaliers, Jefferson comes in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Payton. Look at that shot! How did that go in? Oh! Williams kicks to Jefferson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. And there's the rebound by Dedmon.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Payton against Williams. Payton kicks to Fournier to the inside. There's the pick. Clock at 6. Pass to Dedmon. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
Now here is Verjao. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Williams passes to Jefferson. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Here's Fournier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shots good by Dedmon.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Dellavedova kicks to Thompson. And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession.
And checking out some stats for Peyton. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 4 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
C.J. Watson, he's checked in for Elfrid Payton. Now, here's Watson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Fournier. Soft touch off the glass. Now just a 1-point Cleveland lead.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Now here's Jefferson. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Magic shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
And it was great to watch C.J. Miles last season. Finally, Clark got some significant playing time.
Yeah, and took advantage of it with the Pacers having Paul George on the sidelines due to injury until late in the season. They got a nice lift and contribution from C.J. Miles.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And watching C.J. Watson last year, he showed he could take his game up a notch. Beat his career average in terms of shooting percentages across the board. Career high in rebounding, 2nd best assist average as well. Unfortunate how he got the opportunity to play, but great that he took advantage of it.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range.
And, you know, for Watson, you could really see him doing this for several more years, guys, finding ways to contribute as a backup or starter. Doesn't matter to him either way. He's a gamer for sure.
And so here's Orlando, following the shot by Tristan Thompson. Lasagna's shot is off.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Watson with it. Jefferson picks him up. Out to the wing. Magic moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Smith with a screen on Williams. Fournier, that's for two. And it comes off the front of the rim. Inside, knocked loose. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Watson, takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And here is Williams. 11 points last game. In the corner, it's Jefferson. There's the dish to Varejao. The kick out to Williams. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Magic. They're up by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
I go back and I'm able to, read the scouting report, and also when I get to the arena, I also watch more film on each and every guy that's going to be playing, guys that I know I may be, matched up against, throughout the night. So I'm not surprised by anything if it happens throughout the game. So it's a lot of preparation that goes in, to just one game, just trying to get one win, but that's what it takes in the NBA.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there and caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't, but he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off the turnover.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Cleveland. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. And it's Irving in at the point guard position. It's stolen by Oladipo. Finished off the break. And it's a 4-point Magic lead.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we saw.
Well, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
We've got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now. 8th in points off turnover. 14th in opponent offense. Opponent field goal percentage, that's something they really need to work on. They're in the bottom third of the NBA.
And like you said, they're up there in points off turnovers. They apply pressure, always ready to pounce on a mistake and take advantage.
Now, Vucevic Smith from deep. That's good. And that's 10 points for Vucevic.
And those midseason trades for the Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
Irving. Not enough on that one as it misses. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here. Payton's checked in. So it's Orlando now.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they played best mid-season. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
And finished off by LeBron.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be. Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Irving dishes to LeBron. And it's Mozgov in the corner. It's stolen by Oladipo. And here we go with the Magic fast break. No good from Payton. The Cavaliers trail by 6. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Smith, no luck.
It's hard not to go for it when you see the chance for that alley-oop.
Clearly, temptation got the best of him right there, Greg.
And the shot is good. 14 points for Vucevic.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Now here's James. He has 6. Irving attacking. Mozgov with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. Shot clock at 5. Smith the pass to Love. Pass, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And it's 6 points for Love. Orlando leading by 6. It's tipped. Here's Vucevic. Great D that time from James.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
The Magic have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Payton against Irving. Picked by Vucevic. Payton kicks to Vucevic. 6 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. Vucevic has got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Kyrie Irving, an explosive scorer. We all know that. His rate of assists continually dropping over his NBA career. And Greg, does he need to be more of a pure point guard?
You know, he does have the advantage of playing with LeBron James, one of the best playmakers in the league. It's a good fit, I think, at this stage of his career, because right now they need him to score the basketball while he continues to improve his point guard skills.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
You know, one thing you can say about Kyrie Irving, as he's got more talent around him, he's become much more efficient offensively. Shot selection had been a question for him, but no longer as he's gotten more help.
Shabazz Napiers checked in for Orlando. Irving against Payton. The drive by Gordon. Here's Harris. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from James.
And Irving with multiple 55-point games last season. The first player to do that since the great Kobe Bryant back in '07.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice.
No doubt there are assists, and then, guys, there are assists.
Here's Payton following the basket by LeBron James. They set the screen. Payton kicks to Harris. 5 on the clock. And yes, sir, that one drops. Harris has got 4 points this quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Irving. In the corner, it's James. And here's Love for 3. No good. And Orlando will come the other way. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. He's looking for James and finds him. Back to Love. Again, Love missing. Orlando leading by 4. Here's Napier. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And they're running. Here's Payton. And he finished it off with the lane. And it's an 8-point Orlando lead. Here's Irving. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Portland. Dishes to Love. 6 on the shot clock. Shot left block. Irving misses. Clark, they could stretch the lead to double digits.
Yeah, which would obviously put them in a very comfortable spot.
And the basket by Payton.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. And Greg, you're right. Skiles is what, we'd call a no-nonsense coach. Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clark, he's going to go coach in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely, too.
Holds them accountable, doesn't he?
Yep, well said.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. Smith comes in for Gordon. Hezonja, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Payton. Now here's Williams. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. The Cavaliers, number 1.
Unlike some of the other team statistics, there are a few key guys who have helped get them to the top of the leaderboard more than other teams. I mean, this is an outstanding three-point shooting team. They take advantage of their strengths by getting good looks from behind the arc.
Here's Napier. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Smith on the wing. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Outside Williams. Dellavedova kicks to Varejao. To end the drought. Second chance shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
No good on the free throw. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
And he's good on the second.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Shots good by Dedmon.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Now here's Williams. Dellavedova dishes to Varejao. Up and in from the low block. Varejao's got his first points of the night. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The Magic making a switch here. Watson's checked in. Here's Azania. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. Clock at 6. Fournier passes to Smith. Fournier's shot is off.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close. Boy, they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Well, Clark, you follow international basketball so much, and Mauro Hezonja isn't a new name to you.
No, it's not, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing him do things in the NBA. Only played sparingly up until now, but the talent and skills he possesses, they get your attention.
Well, Hezonja has been playing as a pro since his 14th birthday.
Yeah, it happens that way in Europe.
The first one falls.
And with Hezonja, it is all about what he might do in the future. He has great athleticism, very good size at his position, and already has great skill in terms of scoring the basketball.
Both shots good from the stripe.
You know what I like most about Hezonja is how much he believes in his own ability. He has tremendous confidence. Before the draft, he said he felt he should be the first pick overall. That's confidence, folks.
Here's Fournier, passes it to Hezonja. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Now here's Watson, defended by Jefferson. Here's Smith. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Here's Williams. The Magic getting the bucket. Shoots. And it's off the back rim. No good. Magic leading by 15. Watson's shot is good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Here's Dellavedova. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Shot's good by Jefferson.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Fournier. Lays it up and banks it in. Fournier's got his second bucket of the night.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Magic lead by 16. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Nick, you guys had a strong first half. What do you think made the difference?
It was just we played aggressive and try to be present in there. Everybody, not just me, but all the guys. And that's what we need to do, you know, when we start the game up right, and we can build a pretty nice lead like tonight we did.
Well done, Nick. We appreciate it. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a pretty lopsided game through the first half, that's for sure. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined again by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous start for Nikola Vucevic. He had 16 points, 3 steals, and 1 block. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, they run into a very hot shooting team tonight, fellas. And you combine a hot shooting team with the weak defense they've been playing, you're going to get crushed. I hope coach is coming down hard on them right now because they can't keep giving up so many open looks. What are you doing?
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair. Napier is out there with Oladipo. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Scott Skiles starts the second half with. And for Aaron Gordon, so much fanfare entering the 2014 draft, selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many experts thought.
I agree. And, you know, a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And, of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago and never really got back on track.
Shot clock at 3. The drive by James, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. So it's Orlando now. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Napier kicks to Gordon, moving the ball around. Oladipo dishes to Napier, and the basket good. Napier's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And, you know, getting back to Aaron Gordon, his defense is really what had scouts most excited. He has the rare combination of strength, lateral quickness, and up to defend multiple positions. Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
And talking about Aaron Gordon, everyone knew coming in that he was kind of unrefined. You're betting on his upside and hoping that he develops a consistent shot. And, boy, if he does, you're talking about a guy who could become a perennial all-star.
Here's Mozgov. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mozgov's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second-chance points.
And Oladipo, here we go. And the rejection by Smith. Throws it up high. Stolen by Gordon. Here's Oladipo. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Oladipo's got his third basket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
The Magic leading by 17. And he gets it to go. 18 points for Vucevic.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today. And one thing about Nikola Vucevic, he owns the boards. Posted a top 10 double-digit average in each of the past 3 seasons. Plus, he's equally adept on both the offensive and defensive glass.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Well, Greg, you were talking about watching Vucevic. He doesn't have the athleticism to beat people to the ball on rebounds, but Clark, he does have an exceptional, ability to box out well. He's got that long reach. He can make steals.
Good technique, really great size, and a hunger to chase down the rebound. So you don't have to jump high to rebound effectively. As a matter of fact, Kevin, most outstanding rebounders are not high risers. They're quick jumpers, they're strong, and they pursue the pumpkin.
That's a good point. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Smith outside. Inside. Mozgov. And that one is stuffed right through.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
Mozgov, guys, was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Remember, Mozgov was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Mozgov and Blatt with a close connection from their international play. Mozgov was a big part of taking home a bronze medal. Remember Clark back in 2012 with Blatt?
Yeah, exactly. In Russia, and now again with the Cavs, Mozgov is showing that Blatt has great confidence and trust in his ability, and that's wonderful for a player.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And Oladipo, here we go. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Irving's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Now here's Love. 6 points for him. 6 to shoot. LeBron kicks to Love. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Smith the pass to Love. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's check out how Cleveland stacked up. First in scoring. First in assists. And they're also #1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses, and I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
Here's Vucevic. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Smith with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. 3-pointer. Or here in the third quarter. Forbo wide open. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 4 assists in the game. Cleveland's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 from kicks to Love. And another miss by Cleveland.
He certainly didn't take...
Happy if he can continue to get looks like that. And the crisp passing has... open things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Napier. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good on the three. And here we go. Fast break. Love's got it. Cleveland gets it back. Rejected by Harris. Feeds it to Napier. Back to Oladipo. Lets it go with a three. Rebound Love. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. LeBron with it. He's got 8. To the paint. Here's Mozgov. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
Knocked away. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop by himself. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
For Peyton, he's checked in for Shabazz Napier. Thompson, he's